be mistaken. But the information regarding PragerU, which, by the way, you're listed as an organization that's tax exempt, correct? And you're not supposed to be talking about political issues. But last time I checked, PragerU talks about a lot of political issues.
Well, then you haven't checked in a long time. For example, we never did a single video on Donald Trump, and that's not exactly political. We just did we put out a video a week. So we have 500 videos out and we just put out one on Millard Fillmore. If you consider that political, most people never heard of it. We're doing every single president. Many of our videos, probably at least half, are purely educational. So to tell you about every president, for example, Democrat or Republican, by some noted historian. It's a caricature of PragerU for you to say that we are largely political.
PragerU describes itself as conservative. Like it's a conservative take, which by the nature of it being conservative is political. But listen, it is what it is. I do want to move on to other issues because there are actual political issues that you're here to discuss.
Yeah, it's too late. You guys done already.
Okay.
Yes, you can be conservative, for example, socially, and not specifically. Politically generally means vote Republican. We don't tell people to vote anyway in any direction.
Okay, so let me go ahead and pause this here. Let me go ahead and show you guys. This is PragerU's YouTube channel. Now, they may not be talking about specifically like conservatives and you know, like Donald Trump per se, or vote for Donald Trump. But if you look at this, who cares about illegal immigration? I wonder what take they're gonna have on that. They're not gonna be like, hey, this land is free. God made this entire world for everybody. He didn't create this for us to divide it up and keep people out. And I mean, the Statue of Liberty kind of says some fancy things at the bottom. So it's like, why are we? I'm pretty sure they're not talking about that. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Let's take a look. The Constitution, the limit powers of Congress. I wonder what that's about. That actually seems pretty interesting. Let's take a look. Let's see. Why Americans are buying guns? I mean, I don't really think that has anything to do with Christianity, or because there's a lot of things you could be talking about and educating people about Christianity and about the love and about the hope and the joy and the peace and the patience and the kindness and the goodness that you could be teaching people. But yeah, you want to talk about why Americans are buying guns. I can tell you why Americans are buying guns, because half of the people are paranoid and half the people just want to have guns, and they're just extremely, irresponsible with it. You know what I'm saying? They're buying it just as easy as you can buy, like, a car. You know what I'm saying? So America just has a weird fetish with guns, and the more guns you have, I guess the more badass you are. I don't know. Just something weird like that. Let's take a look.
So fascinating statements there. You seem to believe that women who love themselves, who love women, who feel confident about being women, tend to be manless and lonely. Do you genuinely think that? Do you think I'm manless and lonely? I think women rock.
I said that in general, women need men, and I've said 1,000 times that in general, men need women. The fact that that's controversial is a statement about what's happened to our culture.
But you got triggered by a story about women who have laptop stickers that just say positive things about women. Your mind immediately went to, they might have daddy issues and they're lonely, they need men.
Now, she is right for whatever reason, and this is part of, you got too much money, you got too much time on your hands, so let me go ahead and get upset about a sticker that's on somebody else's computer that I probably never seen before. I'm just hearing this story, so I'm gonna just assume that this person has daddy issues, has men issues. They probably just hooking up and sleeping around, but they ain't really got no man at home. Like, what are you talking about? Whose business is it anyway? Leave that person's computer and that person's sticker alone. Worry about you and what you have and what you're trying to do. It's just like rich people problems. You know, they worried about what other people got on their computer. You know what I'm saying? That sticker ain't hurt nobody. Leave that person alone.
I want to understand your thinking. Like, what? How do you get to that conclusion?
It's if you had a heterosexual man, with 97% of men are heterosexual, with a sticker "I love men," you would wonder why. Why don't men have stickers "I love men"? But you think it's perfectly normal and a non-issue that women would have stickers "I love women"?
Because you got to put it into context. Just like when you see two women holding hands, you can't just assume that they're in a relationship. There's a lot of girls that are friends that are just that close. You know what I'm saying? They may even call each other, "Hey, this is my girlfriend." And we honestly know what that means, that they're really close friends. Now, they have a thing, you know, like I forget what they call, but like a bromance. You know what I'm saying? Like, they even came up with that phrase for a dude that's so close with another dude. It's nothing weird like that, but it's just, they're just extremely close friends, and they call it like a bromance. You know what I'm saying? I don't really, but I understand the context of what someone is trying to say. If they have a sticker on their computer saying "I love women," they might love women. Who cares? If that's their prerogative and they really love women and they want to date women, marry women, do this, that, and the third, let them do they thug dizzle. But if they just love women in a sense of women have been disrespected and degraded so long that I want to make it known that I see these women, I respect these women, I understand women because I am a woman, so therefore I love women. To me, that's what I get. You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand why people don't understand. One, mind your business. If that sticker ain't hurting you, mind your damn business. Second, if you're really that curious, put things into context. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was playing Magic the Gathering, and they came out with a secret lore set, and it was called Black Magic. We're not literally talking about black magic. They just made some characters in African American style, and that was it. Nothing more to it. Magic the Gathering is not promoting, the replacement of white people or this. Like, you can read into it purposely to be disingenuous and just try to argue about something and have an opportunity to degrade and talk bad about people. And that's exactly what he's doing.
What is the point of saying that? It is worthy of a question. What?
It is not worthy of a question. Mind your damn business. That's a worthy answer to your question. Mind your damn business.
I don't think that 50 years ago this would have been, obviously there were no laptops then, but I don't think it would have been a common sentiment. I don't understand why women would need to announce "I love women" if they're not a gay woman. You tell me. I'm curious. What does that signify?
Well, I mean, listen.
So I like how he answered her question with a vague answer and then turned it back into a question. You didn't answer the question. What made you come up to that conclusion? And I don't know why they would need a sticker like that. Can you explain to me? So he just flipped it and asked her a question. Now she's going to try to answer, and it's like, make him answer the question. This is your show. Make him answer the question.
As an individual who values free speech and freedom of expression, I think that women and men can have whatever laptop stickers they want. And the reason why there is a difference between men and women in regard to those laptop stickers is because...
And yes, he is correct. He kind of didn't speak up loud enough. He didn't say it with his chest, but he is allowed to react what he wants. But understand, you look like an idiot when you're questioning something that has nothing, from a million feet away, has nothing to do with you. That sticker does not disrespect in any way, shape, or form you or anybody else. So why is this such? Why do you want to react to something that has nothing to do with Christianity, has nothing to do with you as a human being, or whatever you're trying to pursue in your career path? Like, I don't get it. I mean, I get it. He just wants to kind of have some content to bash and dehumanize and kind of have like a, look at the left again. Look at these weirdos doing this. Like, that's the only reason why they doing this.
Backing up that women who want to be homemakers are persecuted in this country. I'd love to see that data. And I wouldn't agree with that persecution. You seem to imply that they're being victimized by wanting to be homemakers, and I just don't buy it.
Okay, fine, so good. This is a classic example of what I say on my radio show. I prefer clarity to agreement. You think that a girl who got up in a college class and said, my most fervent dream is to have a happy marriage and a family, will be regarded with the same respect as a girl who said, I would like to be a physician or a physicist. We differ. Perfect. Okay.
All right. And again, if you have data backing up what you're saying, then I'm happy to admit I'm wrong.
Data? The teachers don't do this and then send it to a computer.
So, I know, but what she's trying to say is you're taking the one story. We'll say there's 1,000 stories out there that's similar to this. There's over 300 million people in America. You think those couple of stories that you've heard that this happened in the classroom reflects on a broader scope of America and how people are thinking in colleges? How many colleges is out there? And you think this is happening in every single college? I don't understand how these idiots are in this position of power. I do understand. It's the money. It's the money, it's the privilege, and it's just the connections. Because this idiot right here seems to not understand what she is trying to say. I want to see the statistics of people in these colleges I want to see the stories. Because if it was just as bad as he's saying it is, I'm pretty sure it'd be everywhere. And it'd be like a pandemic. Like, women are getting bashed and they're getting, just toxic conversation when they say, I want a husband and kids. That is not revolutionary. That's not weird. Like, why are they assuming or treating this as a weird thing happening? Everybody wants that. Well, not everybody. Some people want to be single. They don't want to be married. They don't want to have kids. And then the people who do want a happy spouse and a happy relationship with happy and healthy kids. That's not a weird thing. What's weird is someone standing up saying, you know what? I want a husband who cheats on me and kids who don't love me. That'd be weird. Then somebody might question you, like, what the hell are you talking about? You're talking weird. That's confusing to me. But someone saying, I want a spouse that loves me and a stable home and kids who love me and raise my kids to be beautiful, intelligent people, 9 times out of 10, that's what everybody wants. Or they just want to be single. Why is he making it seem like this is a dying thing out there? Has he not? It's a difference between rich folks like that and us regular folks. Because when you're rich, you have your own little bubble. You live in your own little world where you think, frozen pizza costs like $30. I'm pretty sure he thinks that. You know what I'm saying? That's his friends. That's his bubble. That's the people he knows, and the people he knows who knows. They don't want they feel that it's weird to want to be in a happy relationship, but us regular folks, that's a normal thing that to want. I don't get it, man.
So you're just declaring in judging decisions that parents make about their own children. I think it's none of your business. I don't think it's anyone's business. And schools are not doing anything close to what the right wing is describing. I mean, it is amazing because you talk about Alan Dershowitz, who had written a column in the New York Times about how it should be okay to have sex with underage girls, okay? You don't call him a groomer, but you'll call our educators who have done nothing wrong, just want to create an environment that's welcoming to all students. You'll call them groomers, you'll defame them as some sort of sexual predators, and it's unacceptable. Just being clear about that.
I've never called them groomers. You have the wrong guy. But a teacher that has the kids in kindergarten attend a drag queen story hour to see a guy in a dress dancing erotically in front of them, those teachers are what we would have called 10 years ago sick. They are depriving children of sexual innocence, and if that's not a sin on the left needs to do a lot of introspection.
Okay, first off, he is correct. Should no grown man or anyone, I don't care if they're drag or not, if it's a full stripper, should not be in no kindergarten classroom dancing any sort of way in front of these kids. I don't care if it's a drag. I don't care if it's a real woman. I don't care if it's a full-on dude. All that is bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm pretty sure 9 times out of 10, no parent is going to allow that. 9 times out of 10, no teacher is going to allow that. Now, of course, there are some exceptions. You're going to have some weirdo parents. You're going to have some weirdo teachers. If you know who they are, say their name, say where they, what school they work, and get those teachers out of there. But of course, people like this who are being disingenuous, they just want to kind of make it seem like every kindergarten teacher is doing this because all of a sudden they're woke. Like, no, this is not happening across the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate when people are being disingenuous like that on purpose to create a narrative that only benefits their side of the United States. You know, it helps the Republicans if we continue to push this narrative, this lie, and you know, dumb people are gonna eat that up. And I want to read some of the comments because the comments is what really caught my attention, and that really kind of got me to want to kind of watch this video and see exactly what these people are talking about. All right, so we got Dennis Prager seems to me just like most conservatives. Oh, that was just a minute ago. Wow. It was one that a lot of people were just like, she is just not letting them talk. She is just being rude. Unprepared for that debate. I don't understand that. She was scared to let him talk. One thing you have to understand is if you invite somebody on your show, and especially it's going to be a debate of any sort, and you don't have a mediator in between the two, you have to control the pacing of that debate. You have to control kind of what is being talked about. And what a lot of people like to do is throw out false information, false, perceptions out there, and you have to, in real time nowadays, fact check right there. Because if you let that person continue to just say lie after lie, then you're backing yourself in the corner. Now, all of a sudden, you're not the host of your show. Now you're trying to follow their lead and always during the time that you have to talk, correcting what they said incorrectly. So it's a weird like back and forth thing. So I do appreciate how she said, hey, I'm going to finish my talking. I'm going to correct what you incorrectly said and then say the piece that I want to say and then allow you to talk. She didn't really interrupt him. She continued to talk, probably longer than what she should. I understand it, but she is the host of the show. You know what I'm saying? So he has to kind of take a back seat and let her say what she wants to say. she missed every single one of his arguments. She didn't really miss. I think they both were at the same time just arguing about something. Something would be said, then they argue about that, and it's just this rabbit hole of just arguing, and they weren't really sticking to a subject and then figuring that subject, coming up with an answer or whatever points of view they have, and then going to the next subject. They were kind of just following like a regular argument. It wasn't even a debate. It was just more of an argument, you know. This is important. Not every perception of reality has data points. It kind of does. Most of it does, especially when you're trying to generalize something that is happening in a grand scale that you think that people need to pay attention to. If I say that teachers at schools are feeding kids to alligators, and I'm making it seem like it's an urgent thing and we all need to like be aware, someone might want to say, well, where is this happening? How many students, how many teachers, how many schools out there are doing this? And if I don't give you no sort of answer, you should be able to look at me crazy like, nigga, what are you talking about? What story? How many stories? Is it just in the tabloids you're reading this from? So when it comes to these kind of subjects, then yes, data, and we're not just talking about numbers. We're talking about resources. We're talking about sources of information you're getting this from. Because if you're getting this from the guy standing at the corner of the streets who's in their underwear and holding up signs in Japanese, then maybe you may not want to take him as a credible source. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to just take what he has to say as gospel truth. You know what I'm saying? So, come on, people. Come on. Pray. These people she offended of. So yeah, it's just weird to me. I don't really see any winners. She did kind of have some good points. She didn't really get him to answer some of the tough questions she kind of presented at first, and then he kind of start talking about other things, and she kind of just fell for it and started going off onto a rabbit trail. So she could have done better, but he did a good job of not answering. He was like, hey, I'm not going to answer that. I'm going to answer your question with a question. And then she fell for it. So, hey, what's going on, YouTube? First off, thank you for watching this video. And if you want to see more live, you can catch me on Twitch every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday around 7 o'clock Mountain Time. Now, wherever time that is for you, you're going to have to figure that out. But if you want to watch me live, go ahead and find me there. Or you can stay here on YouTube and continue to watch the amazing content that I am posting on there every single day. So go ahead, watch this next video, and I will see you there.